Welcome to another Blackjack Day video. Moving forward your journey to being a better Blackjack player and AP player. I am Blackjack Dave and I love to play Blackjack. Talking about Blackjack and sharing the correct way to play Blackjack with others. Today's video is about splitting pairs. So here's our basic strategy chart. We're going to review the chart and then make our flashcards. So let's look at this chart and let's see how we can make it simpler. If we look at the 2, 3, and 7, you can see they all have a common strategy. So all twos, so you have a pair of twos, a pair of threes, a pair of sevens, and if the dealer's card is 2 through 7, you're going to split. Now let's go back on the top here, aces. You always split aces. That's pretty simple to remember. So now you got 2, 3, 7s, split 2 through 7. Always split aces, never split 10s. All right, so now you got split 2, 3s, and 7s, always split aces, never split 10s. And look, always split 8s. So let's reverse that a little bit. Now let's say if you got a pair of 2s, a pair of 3s, a pair of 7s, always split those 2 through 7. If you got aces or 8s, always split those. Never split 10s. And split 9s, 2 through 9, but no 7. Man, I got this whole chart almost memorized now. What am I missing? Well, I'm missing 4, 5, and 6. Well, 5s, you never split, just like our good friend 10. And then you look at 4s, only split 5 and 6. Because remember, those are our hard bus cards. And 6s, 2 through 6. So pretty easy to remember, but let's make some flashcards. Are for our 2, 3, and 7. So if we have a pair of 2s, pair of 3s, or a pair of 7, we're on the blank side of the next card, the place with no lines. Type your hand, and then 2, 3, and 7 pairs. On the flip side, you're going to put dealer on top. That's what the dealer has, and split 2 through 7. The next one we're going to do are 10s and 5s. So on the blank side, go ahead and write your hand. And then I got a pair of 10s, a pair of 5s. Then on the flip side, I wrote dealer and never split. So you never split the 5s or the 10s. Then on the opposite scenario, I'm on the blank side again, meaning the side with no lines. Your hand, I got ace or 8s. And what do we do with aces or 8s when we're given those? The dealer, we always split. So we're almost, all right, left remaining on our split basic strategy chart are splitting 4s, 6s, and 9s. So if your hand is a pair of 4s, the dealer has a 5 or a 6, you're going to split. If you have a pair of 6s and the dealer has a 2 through a 6, you're going to split. If you have a pair of 9s and the dealer has 2 through 6 or 8 and 9, you're going to also split. I like to think of a pair of nines. I think it's a little easier to remember. Hey, if there's going to have a 7, I'm going to split those. It was very much like almost like an 8, but you split 10s and 8s, but so something like that. But anyway, pair of nines, you're going to split them unless you have a 7. All right, well, that covers our basic strategy chart for splitting. Let's now go and practice our hard counts by doing a little drill. Drill time is just a time where we practice part of what we're trying to learn. So in this case, it's hard counts. In this drill, I'm going to deal out some cards, and we're going to decide to hit, split, well, really just hit, right? Because we're only doing hard counts. So we're just deciding just to hit. Okay, first in our drill, I put down 3 players and the dealer. So remember, we're only doing hard counts, not doubling or splitting. So the only thing you know now is hard count. It's the only thing we're practicing. So 10 versus a 5. Of course, if we're doing doubling, that'd be a double, but we're not doing doubling. So in this scenario, that's a hit. And I'm not going to hit it. We're going to go through these fast. Hit. 6 ace against a 5. 5 is a huge bust card. That's a hit. 14 against a 5. That's a stay. Huge bust card. The reason we hit against a 6 and an ace is you can't bust. All right. Steal again. Here we got 20 against a 3. Stay. 13 against a 3. Stay. 6 and an ace against a 3. You would hit that because you cannot bust. Remember, only hit it. We're not doing double or splits. That'll be next video. All right, this time we'll play the hand out, just in case you don't know how to play a hand in blackjack. 10 against a 5. If we're doing doubling, that would be a double. But we're not doubling, so that's a hit. So hit the table, dealer gives you another card. Blackjack, you're a winner. 9 against a 5. Again, if we were doubling, that would be a double. But we're not doubling, we're only hitting or standing. So that'd be a hit. Another good hit. 15 against the 5. 5 is a huge bust card for a dealer. You could bust with that, so you would stay. So you wave your hand. Let's see how it goes. 8 and 5, what is that, 13? 17. Loser, winner, winner. All right, let's do that again. Again, remember, we're only hitting. We don't know what a double or a split is yet. We're just practicing our basic strategy charts of hitting. Baby steps. All right, 20 against a 2. What do you think? I hope you said stay. 6 against a 2. Can't bust, so might as well take a card. 16 against a 2. What do you think? Stay, sure. 19 against a 2. Stay. See what happens. 12. 15. Dealer busts against a 2. Everyone wins. Table win. Everyone's happy. We're going to go through a deck. Might have probably 2 more hands. 2 including this one. You might guess. Whoops. Okay, you didn't see that? 20 against an ace. First, here comes insurance. The dealer has ace up. He asks you for insurance. I'm not sure if we ever talked about insurance before, but here's a good time. Insurance is like a side bet. You're betting if the dealer has a 10 or not. For basic strategy, you never take insurance as a player. As we move on in our training, in our school, you'll learn there are times to take insurance. But for now, never take insurance. All right, let's get back. 20 against an ace, stay. 17 against an ace. What do you think? Stay. 16 against an ace. A lot of non-educated people, at least in regards to blackjack, would stay on that because they think there's a high chance of busting. But you're not going to win 16 against an ace very often. You're better off trying to get a low card. So that should be a hit. Oh, look at that, 19. Proved our chances. All right. 20. Lose, push. That's the sign for push. The dealer will give you. All right, I think we got enough for yep, one player. Got one card left. So we got a 17 against a 10. What do you think? That's a stay. 20, that's a lose. Well, that's video 2. Video 3 of the school. What did we do this time? We did splits. Well, next time we'll do doubling. And then we'll have another skill where we do it all. So we'll play full basic strategy in our next drill. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And good luck to you out there.